Happy hump day, everybody. So, by now, most of you have probably heard about the shootings in and around Atlanta. And I wanted to take a moment to address kind of what has happened there, because I saw some comments earlier today, this morning, that weren't necessarily, I think, off base, but they asked a question that I think needs an answer. A couple things. One, here we have another case of a mentally disturbed white man who was brought in without incident, shot up some places, and they brought him in without so much as a scratch on. So for those that don't know, Robert Aaron Long, who is 21 years old, is being accused of going to a number of Asian massage parlors in Georgia and just shooting them. And according to him, this was not racially motivated. He has a sex addiction, and he wanted to end the temptation that he felt these massage parlors presented, which so this is where I reference one of my rules. The rules exist for this reason, for this kind of thing. Rule number 18 is, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, don't let it tell you it's not a duck. And I posted this earlier today, and I said, for those in the back, I'll say it again for those in the back. If he targeted Asian massage parlors, and he didn't target non-Asian massage parlors, it doesn't matter why he targeted them. If he did it because he thought they were a place that he could get sex, that's kind of racist, and it's still a hate crime. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I think we hem and haw. We really try hard, and by we I mean the society, not you. We try really hard to defend people against hate crimes. We really don't want it to be a hate crime, because there's this negativity, this stigma associated with it. It becomes a federal crime at that point. Not that shooting up a massage parlor shouldn't be, but it becomes a more serious offense if it's labeled as a hate crime. And so they really try hard to label things not hate crime. And the funny thing is, the people that try hardest not to label things as hate crimes are people who would seem to have an interest in preserving a certain amount of, well, we can hurt people who are different than us as long as they're not a different color than us, or as long as there's another reason that we could be attacking them. So the sheriff is saying, well, it's too early to say if this is a hate crime. I mean, no, it's not. He targeted Asian massage parlors. He didn't go to Serenity Women's Spa and shoot that place up. He didn't go to Eternity Women's Spa and shoot it up. He went to the Asian massage parlors where either he knew he could or thought he could get a happy ending. And I'm not saying that he could. I'm saying, obviously, that's his motivation here, is that he wants to save himself from the temptation, so he goes in and kills them all. Because, I mean, why would you see a therapist or, get some help with your addiction? Just go and shoot the place, Really? Asian massage parlors. Let me tell you something. If you go around and assault every black person that you see, and you say, But officer, it's not that they're black. It's that I don't like curly hair. You never attack a white person with curly hair. You only attack black people with curly hair. It's the same thing here. If we're gonna label this, let's call it what it is. It's misogynist. It's clearly xenophobic, and that alone. Why isn't a crime against a woman a hate crime? Why wouldn't it be a hate crime if you target a specific group of people that is different than you, or that you have some sort of standing against? I mean, why does it have to be people of a different race? Or people of a different... Like, why would it have to be a protected class? And that's, I think, the key here. It's okay. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it's okay, but hear me out. It's not a hate crime if they're women, if they all happen to be Asian. And 6 of the 7 people who were shot or killed were Asian. It's only a hate crime if you targeted them because they were Asian, not because they're, he thinks they're sex workers, or because they're women, but because they're Asian. Because, and here's the kicker, being a woman is only sometimes a protected class. So women are protected legally in certain ways, but not in as many ways as someone who, is like in color. So, like, if I go out and I target a bunch of women, I'm just an asshole. I can't be charged with a hate crime for that. And why are we going out of our way to make it less, to make it easier for assholes to get out of jail? Like, we want to fill the jail with brown people for marijuana charges, but we don't want to put people like this guy away for a long time, for longer, because, well, it's not really... He might get out of jail and he might want to make a new life for himself. Wouldn't you want to make a new life for yourself? Wouldn't you want to have all the opportunities presented to you? It's ridiculous. Think about that. Like, listen to that. Why are we thinking about his future and not the future of the kid in jail for marijuana? Like, I mean, it's like this. It's a hate crime until you prove it's not a hate crime. And to prove it's not a hate crime, you have to show where he didn't intentionally target Asian massage parlors. Because if he was intentionally targeting Asian massage parlors, I don't care why he was targeting them. He targeted them, at least in part, because they were Asian. We're overthinking this stuff, guys. We're overthinking it. It's very simple. We have a responsibility to protect one another. We can't do that if half of us are trying to figure out how to protect the worst of us and not the best of us. Until next time.